This is Beyond the Resume, a professional certification brought to you by the Ohio Means Internships and Co-ops. This is Unit B, Managing Stress and Time. My name is Josh Montgomery, Assistant Computer Science Professor at Southern State Community College, and I will take you through some of the things we can do to help us alleviate that dreaded stress and that terrible time. Let's first start off with, stress. We all have it. It's relative to who you are. I know people who manage stress quite well and they do some really big jobs, and I know people who have not nearly as many things to do or many things to worry about, but they don't handle it nearly as well. So stress is something we all deal with, and we all have it due to deadlines, problems, demands, conflicts. And the problem is stress is a real thing, and it can lead to anxiety, stress, and an ultimate just exhaustion. Your body will break down if you have too much stress in your system. And it's a difficult and dangerous situation that you have to be aware of. So I'm going to go through a few points that I talk to people about all the time on ways to manage this dreaded stress. Number one, you need to have some type of support system, some type of support network. To be able to share your concerns and issues, you need to have some people you can confide in that you can help with that so that you can explain what your frustration is and you can help alleviate some of that stress and some of that tension that you have. A support system and being able to get it off your chest really helps a lot. Next up, physical activity. You need to be engaged in some physical activity. I know I feel really good after a really stressful day if I can just work up a sweat. Just be active and reduce and just regularly exercise. People that are in better health have less stress. It's a study I've seen multiple times. Some physical activity can obviously reduce that. So I'm not talking about working out in the gym for 3 hours. I'm just talking about, take short walks, do some climbing, go up and down stairs, do some stretching at your desk. Just do a few things that can help with that physical activity. A lot of us don't get enough sleep. So getting enough sleep is very important. And I've read lots of studies, which is appropriate. 7 hours, 8 hours, 6 hours. Just kind of depends upon your body and your needs. But you need to understand that you need sleep to be able to rebuild yourself and restore energy. If you don't have enough sleep, your body will begin to break down and not have enough rest, and you'll be mentally and physically fatigued. You have to get appropriate sleep. Snacking. Now, be careful with snacking. Eat a snack. Studies have shown that food can help calm and reduce your nervousness. Now, I'm not saying eat junk food and just load up with some Hostess cupcakes. Avoid that. Avoid those high sugary snacks. Go for fruit, yogurt, some type of meat sandwich, nuts. Anything of that area will help you when it comes to reducing some of that nervousness. Try to channel the energy. Try to use stress to an advantage. Channeling energy can help get you through the process. If you're feeling anxious before speaking in front of a group, use that energy to be more focused. Deliver an enthusiastic presentation. Give it all you've got, and leave just nothing on the table. It's always stressful when you're doing those kind of things, and channeling that energy can really, really help you get through it and deliver on whatever project you're working on. And next, just take a break from stress. Man, just remove yourself from those type of environments and take a break from it. Don't live in it all the time. It will really help you if you can alleviate that kind of peace to your life. Managing time. So, what can I say about managing time? Time management is a tool and technique that we use to accomplish our jobs, our schoolwork, our tasks, projects, whatever you want to use there. It's what we do to accomplish that, and we have to be able to manage our time. We only have a limited amount of it, and we just established you need good rest. So you need to do a better job of managing your time. It will help you manage your stress. It will also help you be recognized in your job place, and you will feel more fulfilled if you are able to manage your time better. So number one, be flexible. Recognize that you need to complete the tasks and they're not on your list. Place yourself and take occasional breaks. Briefly socialize. Try to set up some time to do those kind of things, but don't spend all of your time doing that. Please resist the Facebook thumb thing where you're on Facebook all the time or any social media platform. You need to plan accordingly and be able to briefly do those kind of things. Work on different tasks, and a variety is always important. So you want to make sure that you're budgeting your time each day to work on both unpopular, difficult tasks, and at the same point in time, work on tasks that you know you can accomplish quickly. You want to be able to kind of bounce between different tasks and objectives to accomplish them, and variety is going to help you stay focused on those tasks. If you're on one really difficult task and just spinning your wheels, you need to walk away from it for a little bit of time. Block out those distractions. Limit distractions so you can manage your time and improve your productivity. If you need to block those things out to help you get to where you need to be, is always a good idea. Use a list and set priorities. I myself, big list fan. I make lots of lists. I know a lot of people that do, but the important part about lists is setting those priorities of when to complete what and what is the highest priority list in your area. Do a 1, 2, 3, an A, B, C, whatever you want to use to set those priorities so that you can do that. I can tell you without a doubt, I make a list every single morning when I wake up. I even do it on Saturday and Sunday, and my wife will tell you I have problems, but I'm making lists of what I want to do that day. It helps me manage my time. It helps me manage my stress. I cannot stress this, pun intended, enough that you need to create these lists to keep yourself on task, and to manage that time. And setting those priorities and just marking those things off will really help you be productive. And just plan. So I'm just going to continue talking about these kind of things. When you're doing your tasks to accomplish, identify the things that you want to take place in those tasks and plan accordingly, and make sure that you are on task for what you want to do. And remove those time-wasting activities, right? So browsing the web, social media, checking emails, whatever the case may be, those habits can stop you from being productive. You don't want to completely eliminate them, but you don't want them to be all of what you're about and all of what you do, because you can spend a lot of time on that, and at the end of the day, you spent hours on some social media platform, and then you realize you don't have enough time for homework, you don't have enough time for the job, you don't have enough time for your family, and you're stressed, and you have issues now, and that's where all this comes from. So manage that time. Being dependable, being reliable, being honest and trustworthy are all characteristics that every company, every business wants to have. And I can't tell you enough that those are some of those soft skills that companies are wanting. And, early is on time, arrive early to any activity. You're late if you're on time, right? So you want to make sure you're planning accordingly so that you arrive early enough to where you're going to be for any activity associated with what you're doing for your career. A lot of businesses will understand when certain things happen, but if it's a pattern, then you're not planning appropriately and you don't care enough. Plan for problems. Plan for issues. Okay? You need to plan for those things. That makes people dependable. Practice being consistent. Be punctual. Get to meetings. Tardiness is unprofessional habit, and it's disrespectful to others. So it leads me to other pieces here. Identify the expectations. If your job expectations differ from managers, you might miss the credit you deserve for doing a good job. So be sure to clarify your roles and responsibilities. Okay. Know your commitments. Personal information managers, calendar tools, lists, whatever the case may be, you need to know where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. So knowing those commitments of things that you have on your schedule is your responsibility, not someone else's. You need to know where you need to be and at what time you need to be there. So make sure you have a tool for those commitments. And I'm just going to stress one more time that the dependability piece, people rely upon you to accomplish certain objectives. And if you're not being there to do those, it could cause them problems both as your boss or as a fellow employee, and it's disrespectful to them. So always make sure you're being dependable. How to demonstrate good work ethic? Good work ethic. So let me see here. How do I want to be motivated and love what you do? If you're taking this class, or if you're in college, or you're taking some training, hopefully you're doing that so that you are in a place that you are finding the motivation of what you want to do with your life. Dream big, accomplish those dreams, and at the end of the day, you want to be able to love what you do. Because I can tell you without hesitation that if you love what you do, you're going to be good at doing it. And if you're good at doing it, compensation is going to be there. You're going to love what you do. Both your professional and your personal life is going to improve. This is without a doubt something I truly believe in. So find what that is, whatever it may be, and do that. I beat on this a little bit. Others depend upon you. If you're trying to develop a good work ethic, make sure that you are doing those things that we talked about earlier. So when you're late, forgetful, or overcommitted, the consequences affect you and others. So make sure that you are aware of that. Help others. This probably goes without saying that others will depend upon you, and when other people fall and other people have limitations, being able to pick those people up will help build your image as a team player, help build your image as someone who is a problem solver, which is one of the key skills every company wants to see, that you're helping others accomplish objectives and solving problems, because that person that you just helped may be amazing in something else, and you help them with the thing that you're good at, and then next time that favor may be returned. Always do the right thing. Demonstrating integrity in both your personal and professional dealings means everything. Never engage in any kind of sneaky or underhanded, dishonest kind of behavior, because your reputation of who you are is a foundation of what good work ethic is. And building that foundation, building those kind of pillars will help you with managing everything else we've talked about today. So, doing those things should help with all of the pieces of both work ethic, stress, and time. It has been my pleasure. Have a good day.